21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
When I go into companies, I feel as though many of the owners that I work with are on autopilot. They're like, they come into work, head down into their business, and they're not looking up, they're not seeing what's going on. And they wonder why they never get anywhere. They wonder why they never scale up their business, or they get home at night, they're exhausted, maybe they're not making much money. So it's like, yeah, they're on autopilot. So when I go into companies, I'm saying, well, hey, let's lift your head up. Let's figure out what's going on around you. Let's take you out of the business, and let's just become a little bit more intentional every single day. So yeah, when I hear autopilot, that's what springs to mind.
And what about you? Be honest.
Be honest, I definitely like my consistent pattern, but I like my exercise. I like my meditation every day. I definitely like my routines, but when I have an opportunity to do something that's crazy and like once in a lifetime, I will jump all over that.
Like example.
Example, I've been skydiving. I've done diving with sharks in South Africa. I've been, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, gone on safari.
Beautiful.
Yeah, hey, you only live once.
What's the main experience during that particular time?
I just exhilarating. Just to be having that ability or even humility to be able to experience opportunities like that. Because when I look at a lot of my friends or people I grew up around when I was an early age, and they're still within their same neighborhood, I'm really thankful. Every day I do my planner, and I'm just very thankful of the opportunities that are provided to me. So yeah, I love the thrill. I'm a rugby player. I like exhilaration. I like putting my thing on the line, but I think I'm just really thankful I have those opportunities.
Can you help me understand what's the Ironman race?
So the Ironman race is, I went from soccer to rugby. My body started to break down a little bit from all those hits. So I started to run, and then got into triathlons, with the swimming, biking, running. And I was doing some smaller races, and I was terrible, especially swimming. I literally could swim one length of the pool doing breaststroke. And eventually, just being around some other high-performing people who kept on pushing me, I eventually thought, well, maybe I can do an Ironman. So an Ironman race is 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike, and then it's a full marathon. And I did my first one in 2009, which again was totally not on my radar. So almost when I started to write my book, I thought, well, what if again, I just consider myself very fortunate to be able to be put in good situations. But here I am, just a regular guy from Scotland. And I'm now, 4 Ironmans. I've had this successful business, a beautiful family. It makes me promote that message that I feel as though people put their mind to it, that they can almost go after whatever they want to go after.
What's crossing that finish line for you?
Sense of satisfaction, a sense of exhilaration, huge sense of achievement. And when I talk about the Ironman mindset, it's when you have those bad days, either at the office, or maybe there's a mechanical issue in the bike, or you do a long run and you have injuries. Going across that finishing line and meeting my family on the finish line. I have 3 young kids, and for them be able to just see the looks in the faces. It's just an unbelievable sensation.
How can we use that knowledge and implement it in a daily business routine?
I think setting on a daily basis, I feel that these days too many people are sucked into other people's agendas, especially when they go into their inbox. They go into their inbox and suddenly they're like 100% head down into their inbox. And what I'm promoting is before you even go to your inbox, write down your planner and figure out how can I be intentional about every single day. What are some of those mini goals that you can achieve to improve your health, that it can improve your wealth, and can improve your relationships as well. So set those small mini daily goals and then celebrate them at the end of the day.
What does it mean intentional for you? Is it getting into awareness or being in contact with yourself, or how can I be, how can I make something intentional?
Intentional, what I mean by that is that if you've if you've sat down and creating your vision plan or your roadmap and where you're going in life, what are the things that are slowly moving the needle towards those 3, 5, 10-year goals? And it could just be a simple win. Maybe if you're trying to get a big new contract, but your first step might be making some connection to know somebody within that organization. So that for me would be a small win. It'd be intentional. I want to connect with this person to be intentional about my goal in a year or 3 years to get that contract.
You had an average education. So what was your personal and business journey?
My personal journey, I had a fairly stable, you know, family life growing up. My mother was a doctor. My dad was a Presbyterian minister, and I had just a really good life growing up. My family liked to travel, loved to play sports. So yeah, really good personal family life. In business, I think the game changer for me was when I moved to the States back in '99. I'd gone out there the previous year on vacation. I'd just gone through a divorce. I just challenges at work. My work wasn't really going anywhere back in Scotland. So when I moved to the States and spent a few weeks in Scottsdale, Arizona, I thought, why are there all these people driving in beautiful cars, living in these beautiful houses, or maybe their second or third houses? What am I doing wrong? So when I got back to Scotland a few weeks later, and I'm sitting in my living room with the rain bouncing off the windows, it's cold and wet, I thought I need to do something to be intentional about how I want to live my life. So I moved to the States. After figuring out the whole Social Security, my credit, I thought, let's start a business, because that's how I felt as a lot of these people were being successful. So I started my own business in 2001, and yeah, I didn't quite realize at that time how big it was going to grow. But again, just my competitiveness, my hard work ethic kicked in, and I had that exit in 2016.
What is passion for you? So you wrote about passion, about discipline, about will to succeed. Are those some kind of driving forces for you, or?
Yeah, they very much driving forces. I say I'm super competitive. I just feel as though I think once I figured out when I moved to the States and realized that if you just put your mind to it and you set your goals and you surround yourself with the right people, that's super important. If you have those mentors and coaches and other entrepreneurs, then you can put your mind to anything you want. So, if that's combined with the hard work, then yeah, I think nothing's impossible.
what was your daily routine back then, and what's your daily routine now?
So my daily routine back when I had my business, I mean, I had, 350 plus employees, we were doing about 20 million. So yeah, in theory, it seemed like a lot of work, but by then I'd built a really tremendous team. So that allowed me to spend 20 hours a week. So I was up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was out training for my
Wow,
triathlon.
3:30.
Yeah. And I was out there on my bike, I was out there on my run, and I did all my stuff. And then I'd roll into work about 8:30. But I knew that my team had already had all the goals or KPIs to be successful. And then I would leave in the afternoon. I would leave about 3:34 and go and do my swim in the afternoon. So I had to make sure I was super disciplined to be able to do my business, my training, and obviously have enough time for my family as well. I have now 5 kids. So yeah, I had to be super disciplined. I had to really plan ahead of me. Now, in terms of now, I'm not doing triathlons as much as I am, but I'm still up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, because the business coaching business I now have is, again, I want to make sure I'm growing it. So I'm, want to knock it out the park. I want to take care of my clients. So, but training's important to me. Family's important to me. It's just a little adjustments here and there.
Why the Ironman Mindset? How, I mean, can you explain the name of the book?
The name of it comes from, whether it be dealing with triathlons, Ironman races, or in business, or even personally, every single day we're faced with some type of challenge. Whether it be somebody close to you getting ill, whether it be you're getting sued in your business, or maybe there's clients unhappy, or maybe some challenges with your partner. Every single day you're getting some type of challenge. So there's two directions you can go. You can either just have a bad attitude, you can get just really depressed, or you fight through those challenges and you look at what your ultimate goal, where are you going in the future? Whether it be with your family, whether it be some successful exit, whether it just be surrounding yourself by family. So those were the things that I felt as though were really key towards your developing that Ironman mindset, is fighting through those challenges that you're facing every single day. And even if you are knocked down, then get back up. That's nothing to it. I mean, I it's been challenging for us all during COVID over the last 18 months. And I would call my dad and say, hey, what's going on? He was back in the UK and it was super locked down over there. And he was just so depressed. And I said, well, why are you listening to the news? All they want to do is sell that drama, send all the bad news. So turn off the news, lock that away, and figure out, focus on when you're going to see your family. And, read positive books, listen to podcasts, look at all that positive stuff you can focus on.
Can you immerse a little bit more into your mindset?
Into my mindset?
I suppose it is a positive one, as I can feel it.
Oh, it's super positive. I mean, I'll have, I'll have some tough times, but if I lose a client or something, then yeah, I'll be down for an hour or two, but that's not going to do me anything. So I just shake it off. Maybe I'll go for a run. Maybe I'll just figure something out to focus my positivity on it. I have my vision board on my wall. I sit down with my family every December and we'll create our vision board for the year. So what are the things that I really need to get that positivity back in my life? So that's my mindset. I'm always positive. I'm always focused on the good stuff. I know that things are going to happen. There's a really good saying I'm a big believer in, is only think good things happen on the other side of fear. So usually when I find that if you go into a fearful situation with something you're just completely foreign to you or something that's really stressful, then normally something positive is going to come out of it, meaning that even if it doesn't go the way you want it to, you're going to learn from that so that next time that happens, you're going to be better prepared for that scenario.
How are you dealing with the context you are immersed into?
I'm just, yeah, I surround myself with amazing entrepreneurs, or surround myself with an amazing family. I take great pride in working with people either on a one-on-one basis or in a business and pushing them to the limits. So I just feel as though since I've sold my business and I've learned a lot, I made a lot of mistakes when selling, that I feel as though my purpose now in life is to make a positive impact on others. So that just frames up my mindset on a daily basis.
What did you learn from them in last year or so?
I learned not to listen to politicians and not
Uh-huh.
listen to the news. But you know, yeah, it was definitely challenging for us all with COVID and seeing businesses. But I've also learned that from those challenges, there has been some amazing opportunities that have come out of it. And if you focus on the right things, then you could typically take advantage. A great phrase I used to use a lot is with especially my clients is that now's your opportunity to land grab. When people are so focused on the negativity and they're beating themselves up in the scenario you're in, then take advantage of that. Go in and grab market share, go in and improve your business, go in and take advantage of other people sleeping at the wheel.
What's your sweetest dream?
My sweetest dream, that's a great question. My sweetest dream is to allow my family to have opportunities that I experienced and take it to another level. So that I'm not necessarily a fan of college. I'm a fan of life experience, and that means going to other countries around the world, experiencing their cultures, learning from people, talking to people. So nothing would take me more pleasure than providing that experience for them.
What's your relationship with your clients?
I have a tremendous relationship with them. I mean, I'm a big fan of the NPS, the Net Promoter Score. Sent out a survey last week, and yeah, I was rated all 9s and 10s because I feel as though I'm honest with them. I want nothing from the best from them. I make myself available 24/7, even if they're facing either business or personal challenges, and that they can share anything with me. So I love my clients. Nothing makes me happier than just doing my best for them.
How would you describe your job?
I've got the best job in the world. I feel as though I'm that sports coach that can understand my teammates, my clients, and I know where I need to press harder and challenge them, where I need to back off and let them have their space, but understand how to deal with every single client in a different way. And I just love being put in that. I just feel as though I'm so grateful to be able to share that with them, and I almost use my opportunities and my experience over the last 20 years to help them make less mistakes than I did.
Are you more cognitive or emotional person?
Definitely not emotional. You ask my wife that, and she'll just laugh. No, I'm cognitive. I'm just very matter of fact. I think I've just been put through so many situations in business and personal that I hide my emotions, but I think that works in good and bad ways. Bad ways probably more personally, but good ways I'm able to not get my clients excited and just be able to deal with it in a matter of fact way.
Any goals for next year or so?
I I want to become the largest coaching organization in the green industry and service companies in the US and Canada. I feel as though I'm beginning to get towards the green industry as being the largest coaching organization, but I want to expand that to other service industries. So that's my goal for next year and build my team.
Can you tell more about coaching in green industry?
Yeah, so the green industry, landscape companies, tree companies. I want to become the best coaching organization out there. I have some great coaches on my team. I want to get some more coaches on my team and allow them to go into companies and help them scale up their business, come in and look from a different angle and figure out what are some of the roadblocks in getting them to a higher revenue or higher profitability. So I really want to build out because I feel as though there's such a great need for that. It's definitely an underserved market right now. And I feel as though with my skill sets and my team skill sets, that it's something that we can improve our industry dramatically.
Any specific coaching model?
We typically use Scaling Up with Vern Harnish as our main platform. We also have Traction EOS is another system. I try and do a hybrid model based on what coaching companies or what clients need, their size of the business, what type of business. But to provide those exercises, that platform, along with my experience and just my accountability, and I feel as though that's my recipe for success.
Please give us intro to your book, The Ironman Mindset.
So the Ironman Mindset is, it's a small book. It's a fairly quick read, 120 pages. You can get that through Amazon and through my website. But it talks about the framework, the roadmap you need to improve your business, improve yourself personally. It talks about building out your team within your business, hiring the right people, and make sure you have the right people to take your business to the next level. And then lastly, the main thing is talk about, make sure if you have some type of weakness in your business, whether it be financial, whether it be sales, make sure you're surrounding yourself. You have those people to help push you in those areas. So simple read, but highly effective. I've had rave reviews from my clients and a lot of the people that bought my book. So yeah, well recommended, of course.
Where can we find more about you and your work?
So two areas is through my website, the radixgroupllc.com. You can learn about my courses, my coaching platform, all the material, the content I have on there. And then the second area is through LinkedIn, Robert Clinkenbeard on LinkedIn. And I have a podcast, I have the LinkedIn, a lot of content I'm happy to share. So yeah, those are the two main areas that people can come and check me out.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.